Hello and welcome back to Cooking for Two 101. I'm Christy, that's John. Today we're making the easiest version of chicken and dumplings that you can possibly do. There are probably as many recipes for chicken and dumplings as there are grandmas. This one can be ready in about 30-40 minutes. First we're going to poach the chicken. To make it even quicker, you could buy a rotisserie chicken and just shred it, but I didn't have one, so that's what we're going to do today. I have my teeny tiny Dutch oven on about medium-high heat, and I'm going to add this entire box of chicken broth. It's 32 ounces. This is not low sodium. Why add more salt when you can just buy it already in there? And what we're going to do next is poach our chicken. Now, when you can add flavor, add flavor. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add 1 bay leaf, and we're going to add about a tablespoon of poultry seasoning, which has all the good stuff that goes with chicken. Celery salt, I don't even know, all kinds of other good stuff. I am going to salt and pepper my chicken breasts. This is 1 chicken breast. I just cut it in half. It'll cook faster that way and also make it easier to shred later. And we're going to put it in the liquid. We're going to cook it for about 10 minutes. That's all it's going to take. It's going to boil. Then we're going to strain it. And then we're going to do the rest of the good stuff. So we'll be back then. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. We're going to take the chicken out of the poaching liquid, and just to make sure that it's done, you want it to be 160, 165. You don't want to undercook it at this point because it will make it very hard to shred. So you want to get it to at least 160. So we have our little thermometer. Yay, 162. Perfect. So I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to let them rest. They're a little bit too hot to shred right now, so we'll see you guys in a minute. And next I'm going to strain the stock, mostly because if there's any, chicken fat or whatever that we don't want in there, chicken skin, to get it out, but also because I want to use this pan to saute my vegetables in. So that's what we're going to do next. So that's going to sit there and drain. And we are going to move on. On medium-high heat, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of olive oil. And this should come up pretty quickly because the pan's already hot and it is cast iron, so it will keep its heat pretty well. And I'm going to add, this is a half of a diced white onion. And we're going to saute this about a bit. It's probably going to take 3 or 4 minutes until it becomes translucent, and we'll be right back. Okay, so our onions are getting a little bit brown on the edges. They're very translucent. We're building up some fond on the bottom of the pan, which is a delicious bonus. Next, we're going to add, this is 2 stalks of celery. I just cut them into little half moons because they're so cute that way. And 1 carrot that I cut into rounds because that's a different shape and also very cute. Yes, you eat with your eyes first. I'm going to stir this about a bit and let those heat up and start to cook. And then we're going to add our garlic. But I just wanted to tell you what's in poultry seasoning, because it occurred to me I don't really know. It's sage, coriander, marjoram, allspice, celery seed, and black pepper. Who knew? I thought it was totally different things, but it smells amazing. This is our chicken broth, and I just want to drink it. It smells so good. I'm so excited. All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes when this is ready to go. And we're going to add the garlic and the chicken broth. Be right back. All right, so it's been a couple minutes. The celery and carrots are cooking down beautifully, but we're starting to get a little bit of fond down there, and I want to pull that up. But before I do, I want to put my garlic in, because garlic cooks really fast. As soon as you can smell it, it's done. So I have a couple of small cloves in here. If you have 1 big one, just use that. There we go. And 30 seconds later, you're going to be able to smell it. You can already smell it because this pan's really hot. So I'm going to add a little bit of this broth and pull up some of that fond that's at the bottom. And you just run your wooden spoon or wooden spatula around the bottom and get all that yummy stuff off of it. It's going to incorporate that flavor into your soup, which everybody wins when that happens. All right, there we go. Yay. Okay, I'm going to pour the rest of this broth in. All those flavors. Yum. It'll be delicious. And we're gonna let this broth and vegetable concoction cook for about 5 minutes, just to soften up the vegetables a little more. In the meantime, we are going to shred our chicken. So this is our chicken that we poached earlier. We're just gonna pull it apart with a couple of forks, like this. Super easy. You kind of want them a little small. I mean, it is, you know, you're gonna eat this with a spoon, so you want them to sort of fit on there. Okay, this is gonna take me a couple minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, I've shredded all of our chicken into little bite-sized pieces. I just want to snack on it. Looks so good. I have this, the soup base is at a simmer. And what I'm going to add is a super secret ingredient, which isn't really very secret. It's cream of chicken with herbs. Now, you can do the whole roux situation and add your own herbs and spices, but this, and then cream, and then blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, we're trying to make a quick one. So this is going to work out beautifully. 2 cans. If you can't find the one with herbs, no big deal. Just use the cream of chicken and add some more of the poultry seasoning, sage, maybe some celery salt and pepper. There we go. All in the pool. And we're just going to whisk it together until it's creamy. And then I'm going to put the chicken in. You could put the chicken in, but whisking chicken isn't very easy. So we're going to do it this way. You just want to keep stirring until all the little lumps are incorporated into your soup and it becomes nice and thick. It'll take maybe 2 minutes, no big deal. And then when we come back, we're going to prepare the biscuits. Okay, so our soup has been simmering for about, I don't know, 5 minutes, just to cook the rest of the carrots and the celery. Now we're going to add in our shredded chicken. It smells amazing, by the way. Like yum, I can't even wait. And there's been quite a bit of discussion in our house about whether or not to put peas in here. And I'm going to go ahead and put peas in. Number 1, because it's traditional. Number 2, because they're good for you. But also, the sweetness of the peas helps balance out the salt of the soup that we put in there. So I'm going to stir in about 1/4 cup of peas. If you don't like peas, don't put them in. No big deal. Okay, so this is on medium-low, and we're just going to let that warm up the peas while we make our biscuits. And I'm going to use a biscuit mix. I'm using Bisquick. I have 1½ cups of Bisquick in here. I'm going to add to that 1/4 cup of sour cream. And you could use ranch. I did do that, but while the biscuits were delicious, it wasn't very chickeny. So I like cooking it in the chicken broth and having the biscuits taste like chicken. But if you want to try something different, add prepared ranch dressing instead of sour cream. I'm also going to add 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to stir this together, and you want a sticky dough. You don't want a dry dough. So if you need to add a little bit more milk, go for it. We've also tried adding things like Johnny's seasoning to this, which was yummy, and it changed the color so it was kind of pretty orange. But it also is a little bit too salty. But play around with it, try it, see if you like it better. To me, this is perfect, and this is what works for me. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more milk. This isn't quite sticky enough, and by a little bit, I mean just a dash, like a dribble. It's not quite enough milk. Okay. I'm going to continue stirring this until it becomes the consistency that I want and the rest of that milk is incorporated. But right now I want to add in, these are about, I don't know, a tablespoon of celery leaves. They're delicious. They have so much flavor. And then a tablespoon of fresh chopped parsley. For color and for flavor, that fresh herb flavor, it just makes everything better. Okay, I'm going to finish mixing this, and then we're going to dollop them and put them in. We'll be right back. Okay, so once you add the peas, the temperature of your soup will drop dramatically. So raise it back up, and what you want to get is sort of this nice big simmer, low boil, because you're going to cook these biscuits in that juice. We're going to put them in about a tablespoon amount at a time. Just use 2 spoons and drop them in. Bloop, all the way around the pan. And another trick that I learned about making the best biscuits for your, or dumplings, I guess, for your biscuits and dumplings is to baste them with the sauce once they've floated to the top and are about halfway cooked. So this is going to take me a couple minutes. I'm just going to go all the way around the pan and then put some in the middle. We're going to put the lid on and we're going to let them cook for about 5 minutes. What you want to do though is keep your eye on it. You don't want anything to burn. So once everything is in and the temperature has come back up, you're going to turn it down to medium. Okay, I'll see you in a few. Okay, so I forgot to tell you to put the lid on, but put the lid on because that's the only way the top of your biscuits are going to cook. They're going to steam in there. What we're going to do now, oh my God, look how puffy they are. We're going to separate them a little bit and let some of that juice come up to the top like that. Oh, they're so pretty. And then I'm going to make a little hole and I'm going to put in my smallest ladle and dig out some of this soup and ladle it over the top. And that's going to add more moisture to your biscuit. It's also going to make them more chickeny and it's going to help them cook faster. Oh, they're beautiful. I'm so excited. Okay. This is going to take another probably 4 minutes to cook these the rest of the way. When 4 minutes is up, we're going to use a little toothpick just like a cake tester, make sure they're done. Then we're going to let it cool down for a ridiculously long time because every time we make this, John and I burn our mouths. We're not doing it this time. All right, we'll be back in a bit. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. I'm going to check the biscuits with this toothpick, make sure they're cooked all the way. Sort of like a cake tester. Perfect. Look at it going. Yum. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and I'm actually going to take it off of the heat. This cast iron Dutch oven will hold the heat for quite a while, so you do want to take it off of the burner and put it somewhere safe while it cools down. If you want it to cool down faster, take the light off. Okay, we'll be back in a couple seconds to give it a try. Okay, the final thing we're going to do is just sprinkle a little bit of extra parsley on the top because it's pretty and that fresh taste is amazing. And now we're going to serve it up. Our dumplings are perfect. Look at how round that is. It's like I baked it. It's so beautiful. It's going to be so moist and delicious. I'm so excited. Also, you kind of want to get down there in the bottom, get some of those yummy vegetables. There's some carrot. And also the chicken, star of the show. Get me some chicken. There we go. All right. Let's give it a try. I'm excited. A little bit of biscuit, a little bit of juice, some chicken. Oh, it's still hot. Okay. I'm going to take one for the team. Here we go. That's so good. Yay. Okay. I didn't salt and pepper all the way through this. You can do that now. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper for when I eat this later, but it doesn't need any more salt in my opinion. All right. Thanks for watching Cooking for Two 101. Enjoy your chicken and dumplings. It's amazing. It's fall. It's the perfect time to make it. Surprise your family. And it's so easy. What did that take me? Maybe 35, 40 minutes? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you soon.